Sande Charles with FanRag Sports, joined by San Francisco Giants beat writer Alex Pavlovic. Okay, Alex, big news today. The Giants, they get their closer, 4 years, $62 million, Mark Melancon. What did the Giants like in him?
Everything. I think he's a good fit for them. You look at what he does, he's not a big strikeout guy, he's a ground ball guy. They have 2 Gold Glove winners in the middle of the infield, so I think they like that respect, and certainly he's going to come cheaper than Jansen and Chapman. They needed to fix the 9th inning. Everybody saw what happened in Game 4. I think people didn't see the second half as much and what happened there, and the 30 blown saves, the 9 blown saves in September. So they needed the closer, and I think Jansen, when you look at price, you look at age and everything else, it was just the right fit for these guys.
Are they done? Are the Giants happy with the depth in their bullpen?
They're very happy with I think they're happy with their whole team. They feel like they can go into next season and feel pretty good about this team. They can be opportunistic now. They can wait, see if maybe a left fielder shakes loose or somebody at third base. I think Bobby Evans said today, non-roster guys are going to be a big part of the bullpen going forward. You see if one of those guys can come to spring training and figure that out. But I think for the most part, this is the heavy lifting.
How important do you think the opt-out was for the Williamson contract?
I think for the player, it's always big. It gives you a chance to go back in. For the team, it can be big too. I mean, they fully expect Johnny Cuetos to opt out if he has another year like he did last year. And if you end up paying a lot of money for 2 years for a guy, I don't think you mind as much. So that was a little bit of a surprise when that came out. But I think ultimately, if he does opt out, it's a win for both sides.
Now, left field. What are you hearing?
They like Mac Williamson. They like Jarrett Parker. They have seen, Adam Duvall went to Cincinnati, hit 30 home runs, became an all-star. They've seen what happens when you don't give a young guy a chance. And the other thing, they went over the tax today with that Melancon deal. So this is the 3rd year in a row they're over the tax. Anything they spend at this point is going to be taxed 50% more than what they've spent. So it's going to be a really big thing going forward if one of these guys who's making the major league minimum a little bit more than that can fill in left field.
Now with this Melancon signing, where do you think they're at? Where are they in NL West now?
I'm waiting to see what the Dodgers do. I think they were pretty close last year. They went down to the wire with those 2 teams. The big difference really for the Giants was the 9th inning, and the Dodgers had Jansen. The Giants couldn't figure it out. They were blowing saves left and right. So we saw the Rich Hill signing today. I think they're waiting to see what happens there because they think they can go head-to-head. They have Matt Moore now for a full season. They feel like they can go head-to-head with the Dodgers. The key will be, what does Jansen do? Because they might have the same problem down there if they don't bring him back. All of a sudden you're looking at a 9th inning issue there. The Giants fix theirs, so that can make a huge difference. You play 19 times, they're usually close games.
Now in 2017, which prospects should we be watching out for?
Ooh, that's a good question. Christian Arroyo is somebody who's on the way. He certainly is maybe that next generation of, they don't have a whole lot right now, the Crawford, Belt, those guys getting a little bit older. So Arroyo might be the next young guy to break through. I know they love his bat and what he's shown. And I really want to see what Tyler Beede does because, like I said, the Johnny Cuetos opt-out, at some point they're going to need young starting pitching. And even beyond Cuetos, I mean, these guys are going to get up there in age. So I'm curious to see what Tyler does. Had a big finish to the year. So it could be somebody who, down the line, is really, the Giants were always known for those young starting pitchers. They haven't had one in a while, so maybe he's the next guy.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For Alex Pavlovic, Sande Charles with FanRag Sports.